Coming back across the channel again and much nearer to home, out to the place called Doneymana. One of the best characters ever I knew in my life was a man I met out there called Wooly John Mahaffey and his wife Mary Ann. She's a separate character. But Wooly John has a good drinking friend, a fella called Pearsie McCubry. And drink away together. It's the biggest thing they do in life. Every weekend in Ward's pub in Doneymana they find themselves drinking. Wooly John walked into... I should have told you too that Persie's full name is Gabriel Percival. And they call him Gay Pearsie for short. And for other reasons as well. But one evening Wooly John walked into Ward's pub and there was Pearsie at the bar changing a £10 note. Wooly John says, just the man I want to see this evening. He says, I'm a bit short. He says, could you give me back that pound I lent you about 3 weeks ago? Oh, I'm sorry. Pearsie says, I can't give you any. I'm actually a bit short myself. Wooly John says, what do you mean you're a bit short? He says, you have to change a £10 note there. The bar, can't you give me the pound? You can't give me any of that, says Pearsie. Doesn't belong to me. Wooly John says, what do you mean? He says, it belongs to the missus. Actually, it's a children's allowance. And Wooly John turned round to one of the boys at the bar to say, Jesus, they wouldn't have that only for me either. Pearsie got married anyway. Pearsie was married to wee Lizzie. And there was one wee boy, they called him Pearsie as well, and he grew up, a young man, and he got on the bicycle. Then he started to get on the bicycle trips every night, and to Strabane, Curtin. So after about a year he come to the da one night and he says, Dad, he says, I'm thinking of getting married. And Pearsie says, well, I noticed, son, he says, you're on the bicycle every night and towards Strabane. He says, who are you marrying in Strabane? He says, I'm doing a line there now. He says, for last year with wee Maggie Mitchell, and we're thinking of getting married. Oh, wait a minute now, says Pearsie, when I was your age, son, I used to go to Strabane a lot myself now. And he says, you can't marry Maggie Mitchell now because she's your half-sister. So young Pearsie was a bit taken aback about it, but he got over it again after a few weeks anyway, and he started to put on the bicycle clips again, but he was going the other way. Because when I'm telling the story for the people who are not familiar, Doneymana's about halfway between Strabane and Derry, on the back road. Going to Derry then. So after about a year he came to the da one night. He says, Dad, he says, got over it the last time. He says, but I'm thinking of getting married again. Pearsie says, oh, is that so? He says, I noticed you're going to Derry now. Who are you courting in Derry? He says, I'm doing a line with a wee girl called Ruby Cahoon. And he says, we're thinking of getting married. Oh, Pearsie says, wait a minute, son. Now he says, I'm afraid you can't marry Ruby Cahoon because she's your half-sister. So he was very, very taken aback then, broken-hearted almost about it, and he went to see his mother, Lizzie, a brave, sensible wee woman, and he says to Lizzie, he says to the mother, he says, Ma, he says, what's this, carry on? He says, 2 years ago, he says, I was getting married in Strabane and Maggie Mitchell, and Dad says, he can't marry her, she's my half-sister. Now he says, I want to get married to wee Ruby Cahoon, and he says, tell me I can't marry her, she's my half-sister too. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what you'll do, says Lizzie. Brave, sensible woman says, just you marry whoever you like and take no notice of that old idiot. Sure, he's not even your father.